We are in Jerusalem in one of the most beautiful museums. It's not the most beautiful museum, but the unknown museums by the sea, which was the border between Israel and Jordan until the 1967, and we will talk about it. Then let's go to see it. That was one of the houses in the Israeli side that protected the border that was right there. See where the parking lot is? And if you wanted to move from Israel to Jordan, you had to do it through here. And Israel and Jordan weren't good friends at that time. We are talking about enemies countries. Then let's talk a little bit about history. 1948, United Nations declared of two countries. Israel, right here, and the other side of that road was supposed to be Palestine. Palestine never existed as a country, even one day. Although I have lots of Palestinian friends, if I talk about nationality, there's no nationality that's called Palestinians. This is a new thing that happened lately. But that's the existence now. And I'm okay with it. Then, why I'm saying that was the border between Israel and Jordan, not Israel and Palestine. It's so easy. First of all, you can see here the no man land. Now it's the a main road and the light rail is going through it. But in 1948, all the Arab countries invaded into Israel. The idea was to delete Israel from the map. The result was that they actually deleted Palestine from the map. And Palestine is not a country from day one until now. There isn't any Palestinian country. I mean, you can actually say whatever you want, but there's nothing like that. All right, it's like Jordan. Let's face it, Jordan is a new country. There weren't Jordanian people. It's a Hashemite family. Then in that case, the result of that war, the independence war of Israel in 1948, is that the Arabs occupied Palestine. Then the only one that occupied the future Palestinian state were the Jordanians and the Egyptians. Israel never occupied Palestine. Never, even for one day. That was the entrance to the enemy's area. And I'm standing here, but that was a military zone. And if you look at Mandelbaum Gate or about the museum, you will see some pictures of soldiers who are standing right here on the roof. And there are lots of bunkers all over. It's difficult to see it from there, but the museum, part of the museum is the bunker itself. The museum is now dealing with all about life, different people, how we can share things. Let's see the differences, but let's accept it with love. The view is amazing. Let's describe it. This is Mount Campus that used to be part of Israel from day one, and there you can see the Hebrew University. In that area, you can see a lot of churches, mainly because that was the Christian area outside the church, outside the walls. And if we're talking about the walls, let's say goodbye to Kadishman. And you can see the old city. The two domes that you see, the gray domes, are the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected. But there are two tombs of Jesus. One is that. The other one is called the Garden Tomb, which is right there. Yes, there are two tombs of Jesus in that area. The view is spectacular. It's amazing. You can see the tower there. This is part of Mount of Olives. And this is the Ascension Church. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven and promised us to come back from the same place. That area is the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until today. On top of it, you can see a museum with arches. That's a Jordanian museum. It was built by the Jordanians. On top of that, Jewish cemetery. Then, beautiful, isn't it? It's not the end of it. You can see the light rail now. And the other side of it, it's an ultra-Orthodox neighborhood that's called Mea Sharim, and not only by that name, but not easy to live here. You can see the ultra-Orthodox guy there. You can hear the children because there are a lot of children, and this is, as I believe, school. And what I don't like in that sign that say, I love every Jew. That museum is actually supposed to have here another sign that say, I love human being. It doesn't matter if it's Jew, if it's not. Then it's ultra-Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, not so easy to travel because you have to wear certain clothes and not to use a telephone or a camera. Here it is. Beautiful museum, isn't it? The museum is into modern art, all about modern art, again connected to the thing, love, difference, accepting, sharing. Beautiful place in Jerusalem. It's now July 8th and it's my birthday. Then if you reach that point, please send me a message. Love you. Bye.